Have you ever wondered why we question that something costs so much but rarely ask why it's so cheap? So, this is something that makes my blood boil sometime, and I will get to it, okay? But let's start from the beginning. So, one time I was talking to Robin, and I don't really remember what we talked about, but I can only remember when he turned and looked at me and said, "You know, it's interesting. A lot of people ask the wrong question." I know there's not wrong questions, but he said a lot of people ask the wrong question. They ask why certain things are so expensive, but they never ask why most of the things are so cheap. And when he said that to me, I was like, "Oh my god, that is so true." Because when we go into the store, right, we always complain like, "Oh my god, this is so expensive. Like, this is so expensive." But we never complain when something is cheap, right? You don't go to the store and you find something that you like and you're like complaining because it's so cheap. No, 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 no. We complain because certain things are so expensive. So I started to really think about what he was saying. I was like, that makes so much sense. For example, can I give you, let me ask Dia, can you give me one of my face mists? Thank you. To like go like, so for example, before I show you this, um there are a lot of chemists or industry people out there, and I'm gonna call you out. There's a lot of chemists or industry people out there who, for example, say, well, you don't need to pay a lot of money for your product because I'm a chemist and you're just paying for packaging. Wait, what did you just say? Me, who are in the industry, works with so many chemists who are working with the biggest brands, cheap, expensive, you name it, for 7 years in the lab, working with them, understanding what it takes to create a good product, an ethical product. And you want to sit here in front of the camera and tell people that they're actually just paying for packaging. You see, here's the problem. I see where you're coming from. And there are brands like that. There are brands who have an amazing packaging and what's inside sucks. And they're selling it for a lot of money. You're right. But then there's other brands like me that actually put the highest possible percentage of ingredients that we are allowed to, that also doesn't kill us as a brand because it's so expensive, into our products. Because you as a chemist should understand the more key ingredients, the percentage that you put in a product actually helps your skin, or it helps with pigmentation when you create products like makeup. You should understand this part. For example, if you want to create an eyeshadow, right? And you have pearls, the more pearls you have in there, the more payoff you're going to have. I don't know why I need to explain that to you, but you know why you're doing this? What I believe is because either you're trying to attack those brands that I agree with you when they have good packaging but quality products, but don't put us all in one freaking box, okay? Because I guarantee you, there's a lot, not just me, there's so many other brands who are actually wanting to make a change. For example, you see, this is why I used to like follow all these like trichologists, dermatologists, and I'm again not putting everyone in one basket because there's still a lot of them who are actually want to make a change and want to teach. But for example, there's one trichologist that I used to follow, and I thought, oh my God, that's so amazing. Like, she's talking about hair and scalp and what to use and blah, blah, blah. And then suddenly she got the following, right? And when she got the following, the brands that I don't support started to sponsor her, right? Now, for all this time, you explain to us why certain products are not good for your hair. Now, because you're getting paid. You're telling us it's good? What happened? And this is something that frustrates me as a founder. And I can guarantee you it frustrates a lot of other people as well. You know, it's like, no, there's still a lot of us who are actually trying to make a change. But because, we're not, have millions of followers on Instagram, or we're not sellouts, or whatever you want to call it, doesn't mean like we don't exist. We're here. We still want to try, and we're trying, and we will make a change in this industry, God willing, right? So as you guys can see, like, that is something that really, really frustrates me, because I remember that time where I had to decide if I want to water down my product, put it in the retailers and make a lot of money, or if I am willing to take the chance, or if I am okay with it taking years for me to get the recognition that my team and I deserve. So yes, there are a lot of, brands out there who, do it for the money, or want to do it cheaper, or don't want to invest into packaging. Let me show you the packaging that I'm talking about, right? For example, our face mist, okay? So with a lot of face mist, you have a cap, you have the spray, and most of the time you lose the cap or whatever. What I wanted for this one is to be very simple. You don't need an extra cap. Like, everything, the mechanic, that's all it is. You twist, it's open now, right? You spray, you close it. You put it in your purse or wherever you want. You will not lose it. It would always be with you. So yes, this packaging is more expensive than all the other face mists that are, in the market. But it's not just the packaging, it's also what's inside. And that's something that I'm so freaking proud of, is that my team and I created so many amazing products, from the makeup and the payoff of the pigment to the skincare and the key ingredients and the high potency of the key ingredients that we put in. So that's something that I always really want to talk about, because it really bothers me, is in the industry, you feel like just because you have a title or because you have a phone, you can just, sit in front of it and just spit out certain things that is not okay, in my opinion. Because again, there's so many different brands out there who are actually working their asses off to make really good quality products. And that's all I wanted to say today.